Hello everyone and welcome to my July wrap-up. Technically it's the 1st of August when you're watching this, but I'm filming it in July so it still counts. If you don't know, each month since January this year I do a video on all the movies, television shows and books that I have watched/read. So here's July's, let's get straight into it. Now I've actually read a lot of books this month, but I haven't watched that much TV. So there's not that much for movies. There's actually only 5 movies that I have watched properly this month. So the first one was Peter Pan, that happened to be on television. I of course have watched Peter Pan loads of times. I do prefer Hook, and by Peter Pan I don't mean the Disney, I mean the live action. I can't remember what year it was, but I'm sure you all know which Peter Pan I'm talking about. Then I finally watched In Darkness. My DVD came. If you don't know, I mean, I've been raving about this for ages. You know, I'm a huge Natalie Dormer fan. She co-wrote this, co-produced it with her partner, Anthony Byrne, and it's her first time ever writing, screenwriting and things like that. And this may look like it's new and sealed, but it's not. I have just been very sneaky and sneakily resealed it so it looks new and sealed for the collection. But no, I have watched it and oh my god, I loved it. The basic premise is Natalie Dormer's character Sophia is blind. She's a blind pianist. She overhears a murder happening in the upstairs bedroom of Veronique, and then things happen. I can't really describe the film without spoiling it, but it's fantastic. Next up, I haven't actually brought the DVD with me, but I did watch Kingsman again and Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I do have the other DVD, but I just haven't brought it, so let's just pretend I'm holding number 1, and this is number 2. But I think Kingsman and Kingsman: The Golden Circle have been in my wrap-ups before. I love them. I've spoken about Kingsman to death. Like I said, I think it's been in previous wrap-ups, so I won't talk about it too much. Just watch Kingsman, it's brilliant. And like I said in a previous wrap-up, I believe, this is one of those rare moments where I do prefer the sequel to the original movie, and that never ever happens for me. And the last film I have for you is a very controversial movie, so before I even show you it, I just want to say I'm not trying to cause offence to anybody, and it is Four Lions. I think I might have spoken about this before. The reason I had to give that a little bit of a warning, it's a comedy film, but it is about terrorists and bombers, but it's, you know, it's done in a satirical, piss-takey way, I suppose. It's a really funny film, but it could be controversial. I watch it with my best friend Sarah pretty much every time she comes round. I've watched it once with Katie and she hated it. I've watched it with my mum and she loves it. It's a film that will divide opinion. And I think if you don't take yourself too seriously and you don't take the subject, because obviously the subject matter is very serious about, you know, these terrorists and things like that. Obviously it's a very serious subject matter, but if you don't take it too seriously, you have fun with the movie, it's light-hearted, it's silly, and you'll have a good time. Moving swiftly on, we have my TV shows, and there's actually only 3. I've not done very well with TV shows. So first of all, we have EastEnders. That's in every wrap-up. I always say that. I'm an avid watcher of EastEnders. I'm finding it very difficult to watch at the minute. The character Stuart Highway, he's fantastic. The actor is fantastic, but it's so difficult to describe with having my mental health issues. I find Stuart very difficult to watch. The actor, the way he plays him just really frightens me, and I know it's a TV show, but I'm just finding EastEnders a little bit hard to swallow at the minute. I have continued to watch The Tudors. You know, I love The Tudors. I am on series 3 now. I just started series 3. This is my second full run through of The Tudors, and of course I'm loving it. This has been in a wrap up before. I have talked about The Tudors till I have lost my voice. I love it that much. I can't believe I only found The Tudors last year, I think, and I fell in love with it. And the last TV show that I actually watched is, I'm very sorry, it's a very Natalie orientated wrap up, but it is Picnic at Hanging Rock, which Natalie Dormer is also in. I am on episode 3, I think. It's on the telly at the minute, and I'm recording it, so I'm not watching it live. I do have it on record. I think we're up to episode 3 of 6 in the UK at the minute, and I am loving it to death. Picnic at Hanging Rock is a story that I do know. It's an Australian sort of cult classic, I would say. I've never read the book though, so I really need to. And Natalie, I do have to mention Natalie as Hester Appleyard. She's fantastic, she really is. And all the girls in it, the majority of them are Australian, I believe, which I love because it is an Australian story. The girls in it are just fantastic. And if you don't know, how do I describe Picnic at Hanging Rock? Well, a group of schoolgirls go to a picnic at the Hanging Rock, and they go three of them, technically four, three and a bit, go missing, and a teacher as well, and it's all about unravelling what happened to the girls, but there's side stories as well, and I just love it. Finally, we're on to the books, and this is going to be the biggest section. I have read 8 books this month, which is really good for me, so let's just get on with them. First up is Pocket History, and this is what it says on the tin. It's just a little book of history facts, and if you know me, you'll know I am a huge history buff. Then I decided, because I haven't done it in a while, again this is probably a little bit controversial, to do a reread of Twilight, actually. Now, I used to love Twilight when I was a teenager. To be honest, I don't mind Twilight now. I'm not going to sit and bash on it or hate on it. It's not the best written book, the most cleverly written book, but for what it is, I enjoy it. I really do. I think if you go into it with not low expectations, but if you go into it with an open mind, I would say, I think you might just enjoy it. There are other vampire films and books that I do enjoy more, of course. Obviously, it's never going to beat Buffy, but I do enjoy Twilight. And I'm not going to apologise for that. So I read Twilight, then I read New Moon, and I am currently, well, Eclipse is currently downstairs, but I haven't actually put a bookmark in it yet. I haven't started it yet, so I haven't included it in the wrap-up. But Eclipse and hopefully Breaking Dawn and maybe the novella will hopefully be in next month's wrap-up. Next up, I read Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, a movie storybook. There's actually 2 Pirates of the Caribbean books. The other one is Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, the visual guide. I can't even fit them into the frame. And the reason for this really is I was going through my Pirates of the Caribbean collection and I realised I have barely any merchandise for On Stranger Tides. So I bought one and my dad bought the other, and I just sat and read them. So they're literally just about the film On Stranger Tides. Next up, actually the last 3 are all Batman related. I've been into Batman. I mean, I love Batman, but I've been into Batman in a big way this month because I'm currently replaying the Batman Arkham games. So I finished Arkham Asylum. I'm now on to Arkham City. Then it will be Arkham Origins. Then I'll finally start Arkham Knight because I've had it for a few years and I've never properly played it. So that's what I'm running up to. Anyway, to get in the Batman spirit, I read Catwoman, The Life and Times of a Feline Fatale. Then we have Batman Character Encyclopedia. Now this is fantastic if you are a Batman fan. Not only does it have your big villains, you know, your Poison Ivys, your Harley Quinns, and then Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, you know. Not only does it have them, it has very obscure characters in here as well. Very obscure. So I love it for that reason. And the last book is a book I have read to death, and it is Catwoman, the visual guide to the Feline Fatale. Let me just grab the other one back. Very similar to this one, but obviously this one is a lot bigger, and I have read it to death. As you can see, it's very badly damaged. That's actually all of the books, movies and TV shows that I watched/read this month. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll definitely see you next month with another wrap up. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned because there will be a vlog coming up hopefully next Monday because I'm going to York on Saturday. So thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.